Cathie Wood predicted in 2022 that Bitcoin will reach $1.5 million by 2030. Now there is a banking crisis and Bitcoin is rallying.
Really?
Really?
Will the banking crisis help Bitcoin reach $1.5 million?
But what on earth gets us to that bull case of almost $1.5 million per Bitcoin if a bank crisis doesn't?
Are institutions going to adopt Bitcoin? Stay tuned as we discuss Cathie Wood's prediction that more institutions will adopt Bitcoin. Since the beginning of the banking crisis, ARK Invest, including its CEO, Cathie Wood, has been purchasing and praising Bitcoin. Companies that invest in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a whole. In their most recent filing, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest purchased 92,165 block shares for 3 funds. These purchases were estimated to cost approximately $6.4 million. ARK Invest purchased 77,991 block shares to its ARK Innovation ETF, 13,170 shares to its ARK Next Generation Internet ETF, and 1,004 shares to its ARK FinTech Innovation ETF. In addition to this, ARK Invest raised over $16 million for a new crypto fund, which was said to be split between a domestic account and a Cayman Islands account.
That is unbelievable.
The $16.3 million funds were raised through 2 separate channels. $7.3 million raised by the ARK Crypto Revolution's U.S. Fund LLC, and the remaining $9 million raised by the ARK Crypto Revolution's Cayman Fund LLC. Also, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest latest newsletter, shared by Yassine Elmandra and co-authored by Cathie Wood, praised Bitcoin, saying that despite the U.S. and European banking crisis, Bitcoin is rallying, and this price appreciation suggests that poorly enforced regulatory oversight had no impact on the transparent and auditable crypto ecosystem. Cathie believes in innovation and promising technology, which is why she thinks institutions will adopt Bitcoin, which we will discuss shortly. In addition, they added that during the last weekend, when many banks were closed and others faced bank runs, Bitcoin did not miss a beat. It settled approximately $33 billion, facilitated about 600,000 transactions, issued 2,037 new BTC, attracted about 1 million new addresses, and generated more than $43 million for miners who are securing the Bitcoin blockchain. Cathie Wood recently told Bloomberg in an interview that Bitcoin's price behavior during the banking crisis will attract more institutional investors to the Bitcoin ecosystem. Cathie Wood stated in the interview that this behavior could help build a bull case for the Bitcoin cryptocurrency to surge to around $1.5 million, and that during a banking crisis like this one, liquidity dries up, which usually hurts assets.
Bitcoin?
But Cathie went on to say that the fact that the way Bitcoin price behaved so differently from the equity markets was very instructive, and that more institutions will be attracted to Bitcoin. Corporate treasuries have been pulling away from having Bitcoin on their balance sheets for years because there are no clear regulations regarding Bitcoin, and regulators themselves have been pushing these institutions to divest, she explained. Even though there are no clear regulations, Cathie believes big institutions will allocate some percentage of their balance to Bitcoin, which we will explain shortly. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and select all notifications to catch our insightful videos. Regarding the impact of high institutional interest on Bitcoin's price, Cathie Wood explained in the interview that her infamous prediction that Bitcoin would reach $1.5 million by 2030 hasn't changed, even during this recent meltdown, and that this price target was based on an institutional investor BTC allocation analysis, which estimates that most firms would allocate between 2.5% and 6.5% of their balance sheet to Bitcoin in their investment portfolios.
Revolution.
Cathie Wood explained that these are the allocations institutions would have made to emerging new asset classes in the 1970s and 1980s, such as real estate and small cap stocks.
We've done a report targeting institutional investors and the allocation that they should make if they care about this new asset class diversifying their portfolios. And I believe it's somewhere between 2.5% and 6.5%. So not crazy. These are the sorts of allocations they would have made to emerging new categories of assets like real estate in the 70s, emerging markets and small cap in the 80s and 90s.
Cathie Wood is a firm believer in technology and innovation, as evidenced by the companies in which she invests, which include non-crypto companies such as Tesla, Zoo, and Roku. She believes that innovative businesses will always thrive in the long run, even in the midst of the worst financial crisis. This is why she believes Bitcoin will be widely adopted by institutions in the long run, beginning with this crisis. If you loved this video, check out the top 9 Bitcoin price predictions so you don't miss out on profiting from them.